finished the lunch. I'm here with you.
Nice, nice, good.
Did
Um,
did you get a lunch? Yeah. No.
yes, I had lunch about probably 2 hours ago now. So
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
it's 3 o'clock where I am, 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What time is it where you are?
2 p.m.
Oh, 2 p.m. Okay. So only an hour behind. Nice.
We have the same hour.
I'm 1 hour ahead. One
Okay.
hour later. Yeah. So I finished my lunch about an hour ago.
Okay.
Great.
It was good.
Yes, it was simple. Just some fries and pork burger. It was really quite good.
What? Back burger?
A pork burger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
It's great. Yeah.
It was good. It was quite
It's
tasty.
popular here in the United States. This kind of hamburger.
Um, Not
No.
as popular as a regular cheeseburger, a regular burger, but you do see them and they are good. So it was nice. Yeah. And let's see. Ksenia, hello.
Hello, Stephanie.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
Great. And we'll start in just a moment. The class was full, but we'll see. I'm sure everyone will get in who wants to get in. Hopefully Anna's in the chat wants to get in. So we'll just wait a moment for people to join. Here they come. Anna Carolina, hello.
Hi, Stephanie, my favorite teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Better now that I joined your class.
Good. I'm glad you could make it. We're gonna have a lot of fun working on some grammar and some tricky grammar. Modals are tricky, so we'll have fun today. Elle, hello.
Hi, Stephanie.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
Lots of fun grammar today. And Philip, hello.
Hello, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
And Leire, hello.
Hi, teacher. Hi, everyone.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Great. All right, so we've got just about a full class, so we can get started. The link is in the chat. Both of the chats have the link. Or you can just look on the screen as we go along. But there is this, the worksheets we'll do today have a very nice table for studying the modals that we'll look at today. I would recommend having this document. It's very useful. Modals can be a confusing part of English grammar. So hopefully this will help clear up at least a few of them. So with that, let's get started. This is modals of necessity or obligation. So it's going to be must, have to, and have got to. And then, of course, we'll do the negative versions of those. And as always, please ask questions at any time. So here we go. Here is our handy, quick and handy grammar review. I won't read all of this to you, but let's look at some of the important stuff. So modals are words that come before a main verb and give it extra meaning, like ability or advice, necessity, possibility. Okay, so it like changes the meaning or adds a layer of meaning. Modals of necessity or obligation are used for expressing rules or strong advice. So we're looking at these today. Ways to express rules and strong advice. Modals for those two functions. So the pattern is very simple. It's always the same. It's the modal and then the base verb. A true modal never changes. So must will always be must. Even if it's he or she, we wouldn't put musts. And then the modal is followed by the base verb. This is just the infinitive with no to, or a verb with no ending. So be, run, walk, those are base verbs. So the modals we'll work with the most today. One is a true modal and two are modal expressions. We've got must, that's our true modal. And we've got have to and have got to, which are modal expressions made up of 2 or 3 words. So modals never change form. Okay, no subject-verb agreement to worry about. But modal expressions do. They must agree with the subject. So with must, she must take the test, and she has to take the test. So with have to, you do have to change it for the person, but not with must. And same with have got to. Got to change. I think, let's see, just look at the chart for a moment. We've got our positive use of must. Must in the negative is must not. And there is a contraction. It's mustn't. Notice the first T is silent. Mustn't. And let's see, this is strong. So for a strong recommendation or a strong rule or strong advice, this is probably the strongest of these modals today. And it's pretty formal as well. Are there any questions so far? Great. Oh, and I forgot to mention, with a question, the modal starts the question for must. Then we've got have to. In the positive, have to, and this means like need. Okay, another way to think of it is need. Need to. You have to pass the test. He has to exercise. This is pretty strong. It can be formal or informal. It's more important to pay attention to the negative of this one, which is don't have to. You do not have to take the test. So there's the contractive form, don't have to, doesn't have to. This is weak. So mustn't is much stronger than do not have to. Okay, there was something else about that I wanted to mention, but I can't think of it right now. It'll come as we go through the exercises. And then let's see, our last little chart here, the last one we're looking at today, the modal expression have got to. This is not ever used in the negative or question, and this is pretty rare, I'd say, or it's, well, it's common. Its usage is common, but not, you won't find it in reading. It's mostly spoken and it's mostly contracted. It is informal. Less strong. You have got to take the test. He has got to exercise. All right, so pausing there, are there any questions about these 3 modal expressions so far? All right, let's continue. Just a couple more things before we start the exercises. Oh, yes. This is what I wanted to mention. Good, they have it here. So don't have to and must not have very different meanings in English. Have to and must mean about the same, but don't have to and must not are very different. Must not expresses strong obligation. You cannot do something. Don't have to means you can choose not to do something, but you can do it if you want to. Okay, so very different in the negative. And then we have can't. Can't can be another modal of obligation or necessity. It's usually for ability or permission, but in the negative, it can express that something is forbidden or must not be done. For example, you can't go there. You're not allowed. Or you must not go there. So we might see that. And then this is have got to. I've had some interesting questions on this recently, and it's commonly used, but it's very old, so it's different from other expressions. You don't ever need to use this. You can just use have in all situations, but you will hear native speakers using it. All right, and our last thing, this is also very important. When speaking at a natural speed, English speakers often reduce modals. So this is pronunciation. These reductions are very common in informal speaking. We never write them. So have to is going to sound like have to. I have to meet my friends after class. I have to meet my friend after class. Has to will sound like has to. She has to redo her assignment this weekend. She has to go buy groceries. She has to call her mother. Have got to will sound like have gotta. We've got to try harder in school. We've got to clean the house. And then has got to changes to has gotta. He's gotta go to his appointment now. He's gotta do homework. He's gotta go shopping. All right. So any questions on this? All right. So as we go through, try to keep the pronunciation in mind if you can. See if you can use these reduced forms. So our first exercise, we'll just be using must and have to. They both mean about the same. I do think must is more formal than have to. Have to can be formal, but must is always formal. So have to is a little more casual. That might help you tell which ones to use. So when it's your turn, just read the sentence and change it to the other modal. So if it has must, change it to have to. And when you're doing this, try to keep in mind that pronunciation tip, have to. We pronounce that word like have to. All right. So let's go to number 1, and I'm going to go right to my left. Raphael, hello, welcome.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Will you start us off with number 1?
Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, number 2. Number 1 is our example.
I must start concentrating harder in class.
Yep, great. I must start concentrating harder in class. Great. This is a kind of fast, easy exercise. Good work, Raphael. Thank you for going first. Philip, number 2. Philip, are you there?
I am teacher.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to mute my phone, my mic.
Happens to me all the time. No problem.
She must give the book back to the teacher.
Good. She must give the book back to the teacher. Great. Excellent. Thank you. Number 4, Marcus. Hello.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Good. Welcome. It's your turn. Number 4. You've got to change this modal to our other modal of obligation. There.
Okay. My friend have to get more sleep at night.
Good. Has to. Has to.
Has
Yep,
to.
yep. So this will change, even though must will never change for the third person. My friend has to get more sleep at night. Great. Excellent. And we would pronounce that, we would say hasta, hasta. We pronounce our modals very quickly. Great job. Thank you. Leire, number 5.
Yes. Our teacher must prepare us for the standardized test. Our teacher has to prepare us for the standardized test.
Good. That's for the standardized test. Excellent. Number 6, Ksenia.
My classmates have to participate in the conversation class. My classmates must participate in the conversation class.
Yes, they must. Great. Okay, excellent. Easy. Have to for must. Mr. Jones, number 7. Julianne, your turn.
Mr. Jones has to start, must start exercising.
Great. Wonderful. Very good. Means about the same, a little more formal. Excellent. Elle, you're up for number 8.
Okay, Yuka has to take vitamins every day.
Has to take vitamins every day. Yuka has to take.
Great.
Yuka has to take vitamins every day. Yuka must take vitamins every day. You must learn not to interrupt the teacher. We have to learn.
Nice pronunciation. Excellent. So let's see. Diego, hello, welcome.
Hello.
How
are you, teacher?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, fine.
Great. Your turn, number 9.
Okay. He has to learn. He has to learn not to interrupt the teacher.
Good. Very nice. An excellent pronunciation of the hasta. Oops, and I spelled it the way you said it. Yeah, that's how we say it, but not how we spell it. Good. He has to learn not to interrupt the teacher. Excellent. Thank you, Diego. And Anna Carolina, number 10.
They must finish their reports on time. They have to finish their reports on time.
Good. A nice pronunciation there too, the have to.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Once I heard that some people pronounce like a have of.
Like how? Say it again.
Have of. I will type.
Yeah, maybe. We do, since it's so frequent and it's not stressed in sentences, it doesn't get pronounced clearly. Half of, I don't know if I've heard that. Definitely heard hafta and hasta. Oh, and I've heard people use of instead of have in present perfect constructions, like people say could of when they should say could have. I've heard that. Have and half, have and of often get confused because they sound the same in spoken English, but in written English they're completely different words.
Yes, teacher. That's teacher. I was confused. Yes, could have instead of could have. Yes.
Yeah, it's important to know the difference between those two, and I'd say people learning English know it better than native speakers because they tend to know their grammar better. So excellent. This was an easy one to start us with, but are there any questions on this first exercise? Okay. Oh, I had to sneeze there. I muted myself. All right, let's continue then. These do build as we go through, they get harder. But the next one we're going to practice with mustn't and don't have. And then we'll look at how they mean different with must not versus don't have. Because remember, even though we can do must and have it mean the same, the negative is not the same. So here we go. Number one is done for us. We're filling in the blank with must not or don't have. I must not forget to lock up when I leave. Don't have to forget to lock up when I leave wouldn't make any sense. Nobody has to forget anything. So of course you don't have to forget anything. So that's the exercise, fill in the blank. We're back around to Raphael again. Raphael, are you there?
I'm sorry, I was muted.
No.
My father must not eat junk food every day because it's bad for his heart.
Great, excellent. Must not, oops, I forgot the verb. Must not eat, good. If it was doesn't have to eat junk food, well, of course, nobody has to eat junk food. Great. Number three, Philip.
Okay, 3. You don't have to read the entire article if you don't want to.
Great, yep. Excellent. We often see this, if you don't want to, together with don't have to. So that's a good tell. Very nice. Great. Marcus, number 4.
Okay. She's don't have to finish her homework before going out tonight.
Good. And is it don't have to or doesn't have to?
Doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Great job. Doesn't have to finish. Great. Excellent. Yep. If it was must not finish, then she's not allowed to finish her homework. That would be strange. Great, Marcus. Thank you. Leire, number 5.
We don't have to plan our trip right now. We can wait for another time.
Excellent. Great. Yep. So they could plan it right now, but they can also wait. Good. Ksenia, 6.
The seal mustn't lie to the shareholders. They will soon realize that profits have fallen.
Right. Good. Yep. So it's forbidden to lie to the shareholders. Great. And Julian, number 7.
Yes. We don't be late for the morning meeting.
Don't have to.
We don't have to be late for the morning meeting.
There we go. We don't have to be late for the morning meeting. Okay, so this suggests that we can be late if we want to be. We don't have to be late, but we can, and that would be fine. Would it be okay to be late, do you think? Or is it forbidden to be late?
No. Yeah, maybe it's must. Yeah.
Yeah. With don't have to, it's like, oh, well, you can, but you don't have to. It's not required, but it's probably not okay to be late. So we mustn't be late for the morning meeting. Great. I just want to mention that we do hear mustn't sometimes, but instead we'll often hear shouldn't in this instance.
Okay.
Instead of mustn't. But that's not one of the modals of necessity. But just for the record. Great. Thank you, Julianne. L, number 8.
We don't have to apologize if you don't have to apologize. It wasn't your fault.
Great. You don't have to apologize. It's not required. It wasn't your fault. Good. Are there any questions, anyone, on any of these? All right, let's continue. Let's see. So the third one, this is short answer. Often in conversational English, we don't answer in complete sentences for several reasons. Usually we know what we are talking about. We don't have to repeat ourselves. So we don't always speak in complete sentences. We often use short answers, especially for questions. So this will practice that. And it looks like also practicing the modal have to. So you can see just short answer is yes, she does. The negative would be no, she doesn't. And that should be the same for most of these. Changing the subject, of course. So here we are, number 2, and it's Diego's turn. Go ahead, Diego.
Okay. Do we have to bring food to the party? You don't have to bring food to the party.
Good. So that would be the long answer.
Okay. Short
answer?
Don't have?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oops. No.
You don't?
Yep, perfect. No, you don't. Yep. No, you don't have to bring food to the party. Perfect. That's our short answer. Great. Thank you, Diego. Ana Carolina, number 3.
Okay. Do children have to be careful near a swimming pool? Yes, they do.
Yep. We just use the pronoun in place of the noun for the subject. Great. Rafael, number 4.
Does my friend have to finish her homework before going out? Yeah, she does.
Great. Excellent. Nice work. Philip? Yes.
A quick question. Can I use has instead of does or no? Yeah, she has.
Let me think. I want to say in some cases in like British English you might. Another version of short answer would be yes, she does have to. We might say she does have to. In British English, I guess not to a does question, but if they asked, like in British English, they might ask, let me just pull up a text box over here. They might ask, has your friend got to finish her homework? So this is using have got instead of have to. So if they ask, has your friend got to finish her homework before going out? Then you could say, yes, she has. So yeah, not in American English, but in British English, you would hear that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Good question. All right. Philip, number 5.
Yes, number 5. Does he have to give a speech at the conference? No, he doesn't.
Good. Perfect. Oops. Except my spelling. All right, excellent. All right, so now we have, let's see. You have to fill in the questions. So in this column, we've got an answer, short answer, and a long answer, and you have to make the question for that. So no, she doesn't. She doesn't have to buy a new dress for the party. Does she have to buy a new dress for the party? So a little bit of a change, and Marcus, it's your turn.
Teacher,
Start with do or does.
okay, do. Do they? Sorry, teacher, I don't know. I'm confused.
Use the sentence here to help make the question.
Okay, do they have to remind the kids about the field trip?
Perfect. Yep, do they have to remind the kids about the field trip? Great.
Thank you.
Excellent, and yes, they do. All right, excellent. And Leire, number 3.
Does he has to tell his boss when he has finished the report?
Good. And it's going to be, does he have to? Does he have to tell his boss when he has finished the report? Great. Yep. And this has to be, this is have because the does is conjugated for the third person, is already changed. So, excellent. Questions are tricky. Ksenia, you're up. Number 4.
Do I have to create an account in order to access their website? No, you don't.
Good. In order to access the website. Great. Excellent. Good question. Yes or no questions, all of these. One more for questions, and Julian, your turn.
Do you have to buy a gift for them?
Yeah, do you have to buy a gift for them? Or we could say, do you have to buy them a gift, either or? Good, no you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, it would probably be I, though, wouldn't it? If the answer is you, might be I or
yeah.
we.
Yeah, I read it.
Great.
I have better reason.
All right, excellent. Nice work, everyone. Any questions on these short answers and questions? All right, so far so good, not too tough. It gets a little harder the farther we go. Excuse me. So we're going to get you're going to be composing some sentences or telling me sentences. You'll get some words and you must put them in order in a complete sentence using must, have to, and have got to. And it will give you that as well. So unscramble the sentences and use contractions when you can. So for example, if you get these words, wear, must, business attire at the office, you can say, you must wear business attire at the office. Okay, so these are going to be rules for an employee who is at his new job. All the things he has to do or must do in a day. So we are on number 2, and Al, it's your turn.
Okay, you have to check the schedule every morning.
Good, you have to check the schedule every morning. Great. Common task, excellent. Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Diego, your turn.
Okay. You must familiarize yourself with the procedure manual. I don't know how you pronounce.
Yeah, nice work. Those are 2 tough words in that one. Procedure. It kind of sounds like procedure.
Procedure. Okay. Procedure.
Yep, and this one is familiarize. It's got a couple extra vowels there to familiarize. Great. Procedure manual. Excellent. Nice work. Thank you, Diego. Ana Carolina, your turn.
You have to sorry. You have to send this form to the Human Resources Department. Teacher,
Yes.
you forgot to type form.
This form, there we go. You have to send this form to the Human Resources Department. There we go. Thank you. All right. Excellent. Back around to Raphael.
Number 5, you have got to remember clients get a temporary visitor's pass.
Visitors pass. Great. Excellent. Thank you, Raphael. 6, Philip.
Yes, you do not have to shut down your computer every night.
Okay. So he can if he wants, but he doesn't have to. Very good. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
7 goes to Marcus. Long one.
Okay, you have got to clean up your workstation before you leave.
All right, great. Super. And one more for these scrambled sentences. Leire, your turn.
You cannot take your computer at night.
Can you say that one more time?
You cannot take your computer at night.
Okay, great. Good, good, good. So that's an example of cannot as a kind of necessity or obligation in the apps in the negative way.
There is home in the sentence.
What's that?
Home. Your computer home.
Okay. But I thought that it felt like something was missing there. Yeah, take your computer home. You cannot take your computer home at night. That's where we'll put it. Great. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I'm just a hair distracted there. So moving on to the next one. This is writing sentences again with must. We've got all our ones here. This is one of these activities that are much better for face-to-face education, but so we'll just adapt it a little bit for our uses. Just tell us, let's see, you're supposed to ask your partner about traditions in his or her country, and then write sentences about what they say. We're just going to have you say, say one tradition in your country. So a tradition or a custom, something that is done regularly. Something that you must do. So an example might be, let's see, thinking of my own country, a tradition. Yesterday was, or not yesterday, the day before was the 4th of July. So my sentence will be, if you celebrate the 4th of July in the USA, you must light fireworks. So there's an example sentence. And I think we are starting with Ksenia.
You have to say hello your coworkers in office.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry, I gotta type as you say it.
You have to say hello your coworkers in the office.
Good. Say hello to your coworkers. Coworkers in the office. Great. I like that rule. It's a good rule. A good tradition, I guess. And everyone will think of a sentence. So, Julianne, your turn.
Yes. You have maybe I don't know. You have to wake up early to take the train for the work.
Oops, good. You have to wake up early to take the train to work. To work, good. And we would not use an article with work because it's kind of abstract. Great, beautiful, wonderful, good sentence. Al, your turn. A sentence about a custom or tradition or.
Sure. Okay. If you have a chance to go to Thailand and you are invited to their home, you have to take off. You must to take off your shoes. You must to take off your shoes before entering their homes.
Good. You must. And no.
You must take off. Yes.
Yep. Base form. There's the base.
You must take off
your
shoes.
Good. So.
Okay. Before entering their home.
Great. Before entering the home. Great. Yes. You're invited to a home. You must take off your shoes before entering the home. Great. That's a great example. Excellent sentence. All right. Thank you very much, Al. Diego, your turn.
Okay. And you must learn to speak English for obtain something work.
English. Good. And we probably say in order to obtain work. In order to obtain work. Great. Pretty important these days. That seems to be more and more true. Great. Thank you. Anna Carolina, next.
You don't have to think that it's a sign of intimacy if someone greets you by giving a kiss. By giving a kiss on the cheek. Sorry.
Good. Greets you by giving you a kiss on the cheek. Good. So you don't have to think that it's a sign of intimacy if someone greets you by giving you a kiss on the cheek. Good. So don't have to. Great. Excellent. And Raphael, you're up next.
Before entering a toilet, you must be sure that there is enough toilet paper.
You must make sure there is enough toilet paper. That's just good advice. See, we learn so much in these classes, not just English. Life advice. Great, thank you, Raphael. And Philip, you're up. Your turn for a sentence.
Yes, in my country, you mustn't corrupt civil servants.
Civil servants. Great, good. It's a good rule. All countries should have that rule and enforce it. Unfortunately, there's problems there. Great, thank you, Philip. And I think, let's see. Lede, did you do a sentence?
No.
Okay, so your turn.
Okay. During the festivities of my village, you have to dress a typical dress from here.
Village. Say it one more time.
You have to dress a typical dress from here.
Oh, good. Oh, you have to wear the typical.
Okay, don't worry.
Good. Oh, nice. And what does it look like?
It's like a skirt and then a shirt.
Nice. Cool. All right, I love that. Good. So great sentence, great example. And I think that was everyone. Looks like. Okay. So we've got a little bit more to go. This is a two-part class, so we won't finish everything here. I will continue next hour with some more, and we'll do some work online with these modals as well. But let's see if we can probably get finished with 6. So here are some rules. You're going to rewrite the rule using a modal of necessity of your choice. So you can choose. We've got must, of course have to, and we've got have got to, and all the negative forms that go with these. So just a couple more. I think we can finish it up. Let's go. So if the rule says get to school on time, you'll write a sentence. You have to get to school on time. And Julian, it is your turn. Number 2.
You don't you not to have to speak your native language in class. You mustn't.
Yeah, it's going to be the negative there, of course, because we've got our negative. So you, and not don't have to, because that wouldn't really make sense.
Not negotiable.
But mustn't. Yeah, there we go. So you mustn't.
You mustn't speak. You mustn't speak your native language in class. Here I have a question. Before speak, we need to include to speak or speak only?
Only speak.
Okay.
Yep, so never use to between must and the base verb. Yep, no to. Good question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, excellent, great. And moving right along, Elle, will you take number 3?
Number 3. How about you must do your homework every night.
Good. Strict, important rule.
Yes.
Great, thanks, Al. Diego, number 4.
Okay. You mustn't interrupting the teacher with not be tolerate.
Oh, good. Yeah, we'll just so this is phrased very differently. We have to change it a little bit. I think just you mustn't interrupt the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
You must.
Good. Great. So you mustn't interrupt the teacher. Thank you, Diego. And Ana Carolina, number 5.
You have to ask a question when you don't understand something.
Good. You have to ask questions when you don't understand something. Great. Understand something. Long one. Super. Couple more. We may not quite finish all of them, but that's okay. We'll just do a few more. Raphael, number 6.
You mustn't run in the hallways.
Yeah. Great. Yep. Easy. Mustn't run in the hallways. Perfect. Philip, number 7.
Number 7, you doesn't have participating in an after-school sport is optional.
So you doesn't or you don't?
You don't have to participating.
Great. Yep. You don't have to
You don't have to participating.
participate. Yep. Just the base form. So no ing there.
Okay.
Great. You don't have to participate in an after school sport. Excellent. It is optional. We can leave that part off. Participate. I think I spelled that wrong. Okay, we do have. Can we finish? I'll probably start late. I think we do have to stop there. This is a 2-part lesson. It gets a little harder in the next part. We'll finish this and then we'll go to EnglishPage.com. Of course, you don't have to go to part 2. Part 1 is enough. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope this was useful. And I hope to see you all again very soon.
Yes. Okay. Bye-bye, Stephen.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Goodbye.